Hi there, greetings, my fellow Americans. I want to talk about money. Everything you like about just talk about money. First of all, this money is not real. I tell you why. Because it says here it says in the back. It says, "In God we trust." Okay, that means gold, oil, and drugs. That's what they trust in. They don't trust in God like we do. Gold, oil, and drugs. Okay? Now, let's show you the front. The very front, if you get a magnifying glass, you can see a picture of an owl right here in the top. There's a picture of an owl there. Anyway, you probably need a magnifying glass to see it, but you can definitely see it there. Okay? Okay, now let's go to the next paragraph here. The word colorable means something that appears to be genuine, but it is not. Maybe it looks like a dollar, maybe it spends like a dollar, but if it is not redeemable for lawful money, silver and gold, it is colorable. If a Federal Reserve note is used in a contract, then the contract becomes a colorable contract. Any colorable contract must be enforced under a colorable jurisdiction. So, this is what they did. So, by creating a Federal Reserve note, the government had to create a jurisdiction to cover the kinds of contract which use them. We now have we now have what is called a statutory jurisdiction, which is not a genuine admiralty jurisdiction. It is a colorable admiralty jurisdiction. The judges are enforcing. Because we are using colorable money. Colorable admiralty is now known as statutory jurisdiction. Let's see what we have under this statutory jurisdiction. Okay, the government has set up a colorable law system to fit the colorable currency. It's used to be called the law of merchants or the law of redeemable instruments because it dealt with paper, which was redeemable in something of substance. But once Federal Reserve notes had become redeemable, there had to be a system of law which was completely colorable from start to finish. This system of law was coded as a uniform commercial code, and that has been adopted in every state. This is the colorable law, and it is used in all the courts. Okay, this is actually illegal, what they're doing. This is illegal, and the people don't know it, but they did. Now, the Black's Law Dictionary says that this money is counterfeit. Uh, this money is totally illegal, but I'm really amazed of how they passed it and how the American people swallowed it, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. Anyway, I have other things I want to talk about besides money. Um, this is one difference in our money is that they made it illegal, and anyway, this is really a fraud. Um, they pulled a real bad deal here. I want to also go into the Uniform Commercial Code. I want to go into the UCC code law, UCC 1308. This is a law that actually gets you out of uh, contract law, and this government is nothing but contract law. That's all this law in this government is. And if you don't like anything, you can always, don't cuss at the judge or anything like that. Just be nice and polite. Always be nice and polite when you're in court. When you're in court, you have to say, "I'll give you this new law, which is a legal law, and it's and I got this law myself from the law library. This law is called UCC 1207, but they changed it to keep us confused. That's why they changed it. They changed it to UCC 1308. And this law is used to get you out of contract. I want to get something here and show it to you. I've always had this for years, and this. Let me see if I can show you here. All right, it says all rights reserved without prejudice. UCC 1308, New Mexico SA 55 1308. Okay. This law says that you have reserved your rights not to be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement that I did not enter into knowingly, voluntarily, intentionally, and therefore I do not accept the compelled benefit of any unrevealed contract or any commercial agreement. Well, the police hate that when you use it. And the judges even hate it. As a matter of fact, when I used it, they put me in jail for 9 days, and they left me in jail there, and I did not go back on it. I stuck to the law, UCC code 1308, and after that they threw me out of jail because they didn't know how to handle it. These people are actually not as smart as you think they might be. They don't study the whole complete law, so they didn't know what to do. Anyway, but it is a legal law. I'll show you here. Read something here to you. Okay. Now, every system of civilized law must have two characteristics: remedy and recourse. Remedy is a way to get out from under the law, and recourse is if you have you ever been damaged under the law, you can recover the losses. The common law and the law of merchants and even the Uniform Commercial Code all have remedy and recourse. But for a long time, we could not find it. If you go to the law library and ask to see the Uniform Commercial Code law, they will show you a shelf of books completely filled with the Uniform Commercial Code law. When you pick up one volume, start to read it, and you will see that it seemed to have been intentionally written to cause confusion. Always ask for the Anderson's copy. The Anderson's copy is more down to earth. Anyway, it took us a long time to discover where the remedy and recourse was found in the UCC code law. They are found right in the first volume. And anyway, it used to be called 1207 to 1308, but they 1303, excuse me. But now they changed the thing to 1308, 1-308. The making of a valid reservation of rights reserves whatever rights the person and possessions and prevents the loss of such rights by politicians of concept, waiver, or stopped. UCC code 1308. Anyway, you can even use this on the IRS. Here, it's got a section here where I want to show you here about the 308. Okay, let's see here. You can use this code. Okay, if you use this code with the IRS, never argue the deficiency. Never argue how much. Who cares how much? They can invent numbers. They can invent a number like $10 million. So always use the code and do it this way. The presentation above is dishonored. Your name, okay, has reserved all of his or her rights under the Uniform Commercial Code 1308, and send that to the IRS and be very polite with them, and do not use any profanity, and they have no choice but to go along with it because that's the law. And this was written in 1933. I didn't write it; they wrote it. Okay. Now we have to go to to the other section of our video. We want to talk about the zip code and how that's criminal, and not to use the zip code. I think in the next video we can go ahead and show that. Okay? Thank you very much. This is Mike Logan out.